Today we're going to talk about the appointment book and how to set up appointments. Let's go ahead and click on the appointment book from the main menu, and up pops our appointment book. So let's just look around for a little bit. If you want to, you can already see I have some intros and things. If you want to see the details of this, you can just double click with your mouse on and it pops up the information. Here's all the phone numbers, etc. that you can use. I hit the close, I can add a note, I can hit save. That'll work fine. You can also click this icon. So if I click here and then I click this icon right here, that will also show me the details, but it's just easier if you just double click with your mouse to pull it up. You can also delete by clicking this little trash can. If you delete it, it asks you if you're sure, and it's gone forever. So be careful with that, obviously. To set an appointment, you go to the day that you want to set the appointment, and you click and drag the time. And when you let go of your mouse button, up pops a blank form. Well, when I'm on the phone, what I basically do is, if it's an orientation lesson or an intro lesson, then I click there, I click the age group real quick, and I start taking information right on the phone to put right in here. So we're going to put the kid's name is Tester, and he's 12 years old, and his parents are Mr. and Mrs. Test. You get this. I grab their mobile number always. That's the first thing that I ask for. Generally, they give it to me right away. If I have their mobile number, I can send a text reminder, which I think is very important, of the appointment, because I found that most people respond to my text way faster than they will if I keep calling to confirm their appointment. Their home number, as well as their email address. I'm pretty successful with getting everyone's email address, and it's important to me because if I got their email address, if they don't show up for their lesson, which some people don't, I know it's shocking, but some people don't show up for their lesson, then they're on my flow for prospects. So I'm constantly keeping in contact with them since I have that email address. And the way that I get the email address is simple. I just say this: Mrs. Smith, I am happy to send over some information to you about our school via email. All I need to do is grab your email address. And 9 times out of 10, they give me that email address, okay? So you fill out this. It's going to be an intro 1, intro 2. We got trial class. We got progress check, a renewal upgrade session, an office chat, private lesson, staff to do. So the first ones are for prospects. Then progress check and office chat and all of this is probably for current students. And then a staff to do is obviously for our staff. Well, this is going to be an intro 1, and the stage is going to be the call phase. That means that we're calling them and we're trying to get them in. But once they set an appointment with us, then it's orientation phase. Then if they do a lesson with us and they did not enroll, then maybe it's a follow-up phase, okay? If they enrolled, then it's enrolled, obviously. And if it's maybe a private lesson or an office chat or upgrade or whatever, then we classify the stage as being a student. So I'm going to classify an orientation because they're set up to come in and do an intro class, an orientation class. The follow-up date is usually the day after they take their lesson. So for instance, that is going to trigger a to-do that if they did not enroll, they didn't show up, that the next day we're going to be reminded to follow up with that person, okay? Here is a confirmed the day before and a confirmation the day of the lesson. You're going to want to make sure you go back and check these if it's done, because that will affect your stats. If you want accurate stats, you got to go back and check those, as well as check here. If they showed up for the appointment, you check. If they enrolled, you check. How did they hear about us? This is great for us tracking what's working, what marketing is working for us. So you want to make sure that you ask them right on the phone, how in the world did you hear about us? And then maybe they came to Buddy Day, okay? And then who scheduled it? Which one of your staff members has scheduled this? And that's it. Then you hit save. When you hit save, appointment has been saved and it's in the appointment book. If I double click on it, you'll see their information come back in. I can add a note. 10/26, 2011. They called back and asked if their neighbor could come. Anyways, and I hit save, and then appointment was saved. I go back in, you can see the information is still there. So that's how you use this. Now, what if they call in and they need to reschedule? Well, I can go to the month view up here, and I can see that I have this intro right here, and I can move that to a different day. Then I can double click, or I could go to the week view. You see it's here. I can move it around. I can move it up, move it back, put it where that intro needs to go. And as soon as I let go, it's saved to the database automatically. So that's how you use the appointment book. I wanted to do one more thing for you though. Let's say that a current student or a current prospect is already in our database, in our RainMaker application, and we want to assign this to them. Well, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to click, and we're going to do a little search up here. Test. Here we go. We're going to assign, and you have to click here, assign it, and I hit save. Now that appointment is assigned to that young man, Mr. Test Tester. So that's the way that you add appointments for for existing members. So again, click and drag, you search for the person, you click their name, and then you start filling this form out. It doesn't automatically fill. There's a reason for that, and we won't get into that right now, but there's a reason why we don't have it autofill. But there you go. That's how you add an appointment to your appointment book. If you've set up the link between your Gmail, Google Calendar account, and this, and then you've also set the link up between your phone, like your iPhone, your Android phone, to that, then you're actually, all of these will come up on your phone. You'll have reminders. If you need to learn how to do that, we have a separate tutorial for that as well. Have a great day.